And First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lord joining us once again. And Caitlin, I walked outside this morning and I was like, oh, my face doesn't hurt as much
as bad
as the last couple of days. So it's still cold out there, but just not like
excruciating cold.
My face is freezing off.
I personally like the colder air, like breathing it in.
Me too.
It helps open my lungs. I have a little bit of some asthma, so it definitely helps with that. But definitely a noticeable difference out there already, and that just goes to show that that warm up is on the way. So just hang in there a few more days. Here's what it looks like outside from Bethany Lutheran College in Mankato. We are starting off on the quiet and clear side, but clear conditions will quickly go away as clouds move in through the morning hours. Temperatures, again, still bitter out there, but the warmest morning we've had all week. This does beat out yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, 99% of the area was below zero at this point, where only a couple of towns are below zero, and that includes Mankato, Waseca, Owatonna, St. Peter, and Hutchinson, as we're kind of ranging between 1 and 2 below zero. Everywhere else ranging between 0 and about 10 degrees. We're sitting at 0 in Olivia and Worthington with up to 9 right now in Jackson. The only downside is we do have some light winds out there, more than 5 miles an hour for most of the area, minus Albert Lee. They're sitting under 5 miles an hour, so no change in what it feels like outside in Albert Lee, but everywhere else dealing with a little bit of a wind chill out there, feeling a little bit colder. Majority of the area feeling below zero at 14 below here in Mankato and St. Peter, feeling like 13 below in Waseca as well as Mason City, feeling like 16 below in Worthington and Marshall, with 18 below for what it feels like in Owatonna. So yes, it is still warmer out there even with these wind chill values. These are the warmest wind chill values we've had in the morning hours again in the last several days. So you're going to walk outside. It's still going to be bitter, but you will probably notice that it is feeling a little bit warmer already. Now, temperatures this afternoon are going to rise above zero and kind of hover in those single digits, but we are looking at a light breeze, so those wind chill values will continue to hover below zero. Now, maybe if we get a little bit longer sunshine, we might reach zero for a wind chill through the early to mid-evening hours, so we can only hope. But as of right now, we're looking at staying below zero for what it'll feel like all day today. Satellite radar imagery showing, like I said, we are starting the morning off on the rather clear side, but we are watching for those clouds to move in from the west. So as we take a look at the future cast, those clouds are going to move in between now and the next couple hours and really take over the area by the early afternoon hours, and then we will be mostly cloudy going forward. However, today we are going to stay rather dry out there. Just some cloud coverage moving in, not a whole lot going on. Tomorrow we'll hold on to that cloud coverage, but we are tracking a little bit of snow to move into the area through the late morning and early afternoon hours. Now, I know this looks like a lot, but keep in mind where you have this white here, that's more of like flurry chances. Where you have this little bit of this lighter gray blue is a little bit heavier flurries, more promising flurries, and this little bit of a darker blue is kind of more promising snow showers. So what that means is these snow chances very, very, very light and minimal. Yes, it's stretching across the whole area for several hours tomorrow, but we are not expecting a lot of accumulation. The other thing is temperatures are so cold that there's less water content in that snow, so it's going to be very powdery. It's not going to be good for making snowmen or snowballs or things like that. It's going to be more like you step and it's kind of like flour where it kind of puffs out like a little cloud of dust or something like that outside. Very, very light. We're only really looking at a dusting. A small portion of southwestern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa could see up to an inch at most. Now today, again, becoming mostly cloudy, a little bit of a breeze out there with a high of 9 degrees. Tonight we will drop back below zero for a low of 3 below by tomorrow morning with light winds overnight, so still a little bit bitter out there. And that trend is going to continue in the extended forecast with highs in the single digits, lows below zero. And then as we go into the weekend, a warm front's going to move through between Saturday and Sunday, bringing in warmer temperatures. And we are also tracking a little bit of some messy weather through the middle of next week that could bring a rain-snow mix, but temperature-wise, a lot warmer in the 30s. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.